what is the current and what is the current density? So as per the definition of the current, you know that it is the rate of flow of the charge. So here we are trying to find the how much electric charge is going to pass through the area in per unit time. Okay, so that is I equal to dq by dt. Now suppose in school days might have defined about what is the 1 ampere current. Okay, so what is the 1 ampere current? If you have to define 1 ampere current, so that 1 ampere current, how will define? So when 1 coulomb of charge is going to flow for the 1 second through the area, then we'll call it is the 1 ampere current. So now here we have discussion about the current density. Okay, so it is the current per unit area. So that's in generally, if you want to write means we used to write J equal to I by A. Here we are talking about the elementary parts or differential parts. On the basis of that, we are writing J equal to del I by del S. So finally, in general, we can write del I equal to J into del S. This is the situation when current density and area vectors both are in the same direction. Okay, that means that is a perpendicular to the surface. So if it is not normal, current density is not normal to the surface, then we are writing with the help of dot product. So that is del I equal to J dot del S. Further here, so if you see that now we have total current. So that total current, how we are going to find? When we are going to integrate this current value here. So I equal to surface integral of J dot ds. So here we'll have different types of the current. So like we have first one is the convection, next is the conduction, and third one is the displacement. So in case of electrostatics, we'll have discussion about convection current and conduction current as well as the density, whereas displacement current and that displacement current density will have discussion in magnetostatics. So here first we are going to see what is the convection current. Why it is called as the convection currents. So this convection current doesn't require conductors. That means it is going to pass through the insulators, like you will have water or rarefied gas. Okay, and we can consider the vacuum. Okay, and it doesn't satisfy the Ohm's law. Okay, so that is here situation we have taken here. That is the current filament. So this current filament, you know that it is placed inside the around of this filament we have inert gas. Okay, so like we have neon gas is like if you see that olden days bulb. So that was the filament and neon gas. Easily you can see that filaments in the olden days bulb. So now here one situation we are considering here. So this is the cuboidal shape. In that cuboidal shape, we are considering here differential area, that is the del S is considered. And this differential area, when it multiplying with the differential length, that is the del Y here, then it will give the differential volume. So that differential volume will become the del S into del Y. And in this, we are considering here charge density, that is the rho v, and this small u represent the velocity by which charge is going to move. It's going to pass through this area. And here coordinates considered are like this. So this u is along the y direction. So that is important for here. So now we'll find the what will be the current in this filament. So since that current density we have considered here rho v, and velocity u is equal to u y and ay. It is along the y direction. So that's why the current through the filament is given as del I equal to del Q by del T. So now this del Q by del T, so how we can write del Q in terms of charge density? So that is the rho V, and once we'll multiply it with the volume, so differential volume, it is the del V here, and divide by del T. Now, just now we have seen discussion about this del V, how we are getting. This is the del S into del L by that del L is here del Y for us. Okay, width divided by del T. So finally, if you see in this situation, this del V into del S and this part del U by that is the del Y by del T. This is going to become the velocity. So that's why it's written as del V dot del S into Uy. This is the velocity along the Y direction. So this is the differential current value here. Next, we have to find the current density. Now we got the current. So that current density at given point is the current through the unit normal area at that point. Okay. So that's why it is going to be directed towards the y direction. That's why name is given j suffix y. So j suffix y equal to del I by del S. And already we have seen the expression for del I. We have what we have? Rho v into del S into uy. Now it is being divided by del S. So finally del S will be cancelled. What will get here? Rho v into uy. So in general, this convection current density we can write as J equal to rho v into U. So this convection current density doesn't follow the Ohm's law, and this current doesn't require the conductors. Okay, here we are considering the elementary filament. Next, we have conduction current density. So we are much familiar about this conduction current density. So it requires conductor. So name itself is the conduction. So it's required the conductors and large number of free electrons to obtain the conduction current. So when this electric field will be applied, okay, so that force on an electron with charge minus E will be experienced as that you know from the olden days, F will be minus E into capital E. This capital is the electric field. And by using Newton's law, the rate of change of the momentum will be same as the force applied. So finally, so momentum, definition of the momentum, so that momentum will have, in general, we write mass into velocity. Okay. So that velocity we are considering here, a small u. So rate of change of the momentum is mu by tau. Tau is the interval between the collision. This is the average time for the interval between the collision, and u is the average drift velocity here. So on the basis of that, finally, we are going to rearrange this part. So finally, we'll have expression for the u, that is the minus E tau by m into electric field intensity. If you have n number of the electrons in per unit volume, then electronic charge density will be given in that case is the rho v equal to how much? Minus E into n. N is the number of electrons in particular per unit volume. So that is the minus n into E. So that's why conduction current density, okay, that expression what we have, J equal to rho v into U. So here we have to substitute the value of the rho v, okay, as well as value of U. So finally that negative will become positive, and we have n E squared tau by m into E. So finally it is written as sigma into E, where sigma equal to n E squared tau by m is the conductivity of the conductor. So we have J equal to sigma E. So this is the conduction current density. So this conduction current density, if you see that in this case, we have J equal to sigma E, and before that we got the convection current density. Now on the basis of this, we are going to see one numerical. So where here if you see that in this given question, J equal to 1 by RQ 2 cos theta AR plus sin theta A theta ampere per meter square. Calculate the current passing through the two different situations is given. One is the hemispherical cell, another is the spherical cell. For that different radius is given. So radius is here in centimeters. So that centimeter we have to convert into meter. So we have to divide by 100. So this will get 0.2 meter. Similarly, in the second situation, again this radius in centimeter. So that centimeter once will divide by 100. So we'll get into meter, that is the 0.1 meter. So first we'll see for the first case, in case of hemispherical, and it is given in the coordinate of spherical coordinates. So variables are r, theta, phi. Okay, spherical coordinates, variables are r, theta, phi. So in general, if it is a complete sphere, okay, so this theta value will be, what is the range of theta? 0 to pi, am I right? But in case of hemisphere, so in case of hemisphere, what will happen? Theta value will change. Since how we are going to form the hemisphere? Suppose for example, here we have taken one vertical point and this is the one arc. Now, so that's why here theta is going to vary from the 0 to pi by 2. Now, if you rotate this one completely on the phi, you are going to get the hemisphere. So that's why in case of hemisphere, theta will vary from the 0 to pi by 2. Okay. So that will be difference here. So now first we're going to apply the expression. We have to find the current. So current is integral over the J dot ds. So in case of, again, spherical coordinates, if you see that here it is a sphere, so that density will be radially outwards. Okay, so area vector also will be the radially outwards. So finally, we can have integration here by substituting the value of this differential surface area. So here differential surface area in this case will have ds equal to r square sine theta, okay, d phi d theta along the radially outward. So unit vector is the AR. So this one how we are getting means we have already understanding about this r d theta, r sine theta, d phi. So for this also separate lecture is available. You want means you can see there. So now here we substitute the values. Okay, we have double integration here on which theta is going to change from the 0 to how much? Pi by 2, not pi, okay? And phi, all you know it is 0 to 2 pi. So finally, we have to substitute the values. We have 1 by r cube. So now if you see that here, ds is what? Okay, it is not perpendicular to the surface, so that is along the AR. And here we have two components of the current density. One is the AR and on the A theta. So finally, you know about this I dot I equal to 1, and we'll have I dot J equal to what? 0. So on the basis of that only, one component will get here. So first term will be available here. So 1 by r cube 2 cos theta, and finally remaining the ds value r square sine theta d phi d theta. Okay, and here what is constant? R is constant. In the first case, R values is in meter is how much? 0.2 meter. So finally, once substitute these values, we are going to get here that expression will get here 2 by R. These are the constant, this cancellation. Okay, and this phi integration you are going to do, that is the d phi, so that will become phi. So that limit will be 0 to 2 pi. So we'll get here 2 pi. And inside this remaining is the theta. So theta is going to change 0 to pi by 2. So now this cos theta, all these things we are trying to rearrange here. Okay. So that can be written as here sine theta differential over the d sine theta. Since here, if you see that r is already constant, that is 0.2 meter. So here, how we are getting this? If you differentiate sine theta over the d theta, what we'll get here? Cos theta. So that's why d sine theta is equal to here cos theta into d theta. So in place of cos theta into d theta, we are writing this one, okay, differentiation of sine theta. So finally, this differentiation will be like a, now sine theta will be x, like x into dx. So this integration value is what? X squared by 2. So that concept we are using here in this part. So finally, now what will be the situation? So here we have 4 pi by r, okay, and here this will be the sine squared theta by 2, and limit is 0 to pi by 2, okay, and r value is constant. That value we can substitute, okay. So here better we can substitute the r value, so that is the 0.2. So after simplification, it is going to be equal to the 10 pi, and finally this is equal to pi, you know that value of the pi 3.14. So multiply by 10. So this is 31.4 ampere. So this is the situation in case of hemisphere. In case of sphere, what will happen? This theta value is going to change. So there current, everything will be same like here. So only radius is different. So 4 pi by radius is the 0.1 meter. And again, we have same sine squared theta by 2. And theta value is going to change here from 0 to pi. So by substituting this value, you see that it is going to be 0. So this also can be obtained by using the divergence theorem. So that this total current is the integral over the closed surface, and we have relation between the surface integral and the volume integral by using the divergence theorem. So divergence theorem says that surface integral of the vector is equal to same as the volume integral of the divergence of that vector. So finally it is going to equal to 0 since we have del dot j equal to 0. The divergence of the current density is equal to 0. So like this, we are able to obtain current density in the different situation. So we have to be careful about the theta values